Alright, my friends, this is Lords of Middle Earth, Volume 2, The Manish Races, a fantasy game character compendium by Iron Crown Enterprises for Middle Earth role-playing game, or MERP. So, if you ever wanted to know about any male or female human being in Tolkien's works and their stats for gameplay, it's in this book, and it's a really good source book to have for additional material on Middle Earth itself. There are, like I said, it runs the gamut for most of his printed works and a lot of the non we call it beta canon or material that was created by Iron Crown or other game sources and or stories that made their way into the knowledge of the players or the people who created this stuff. So when we look at the definitions, telling you how to understand a bunch of the wording and some of the names that Tolkien used, converting statistics, like I said, MERP very good about every source book contains this page, which allows you to convert this to use the rules for numerous different game systems. Your favorite set of rules for running a fantasy setting can be overplayed over on top of this source material, and so just for ease. And it was quite common for me to run using Dungeons and Dragons rules to play Middle Earth, because it was just simpler than trying to teach new players a whole new set of mechanics using their own system. So we got the overview of man, the nature of man, brief history, their creation and their encounters with the various, the elves and the orcs and the human or the dwarves and so on. Three houses of the Edain, the end of the First Age, Second Age, struggle against Sauron, the kindreds of men, Fourth Age. Here's basically Elrod and Elros's family tree. Manish, then we go by alphabet, so I'm not going to try to go through every one of these. It's just not going to do it. Not going to do it. So here's Aragon the Second. 16th last chief of the Dunedain Rangers of the North. Aragon II was first king of the United Kingdom. So here is, obviously the picture predates our favorite actor playing the role, but his basic stats at various times in his existence. And we've got Bjorn, Boromir, Castamere, Haredale, Vermeer, the younger son of Denthor II, perished over the fate of being the child unable to please his father. Denthor clearly failed with Boromir, doting on his firstborn while expressing displeasure with everything Vermeer did. Typical short-sighted thinking. Huron, so on. I just keep going down the line, right? Some pretty tough hombres. Mostly men, but there's some distinct women in here, too. There's Theoden, Isidore, Erkenbrand, Glamling, Grima Wormtongue, yes, he says Grima Wormtongue, see section 4.2. So I think it's a section where they take the primary characters from the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits and go into more detail on them. Here's section 5, the 9 Nazgul. So if you really want to know some information about the Nazgul, who they were before they became ring wraiths, what their positions are and their strengths and what they do, their stats. The fact that one of the 9 was actually a woman. Yeah. Said Aphmel returned to Endor around third age 1050 and entered her ruined home at Lagar at the armies of a bunch of people and names I cannot pronounce of Gondor conquering Herod to remove the Gondorian strength in the south that occupied Europe for the next 590 years. From her base in the upper Harmon Valley, she slowly resurges herself. So, Anafil the Quiet was born in her uncle Azil's home on Nurmoor's North Cape in Forelstar in the year Second Age 1823. Her family possessed noble blood and owned extensive lands in Forelstar and Orelstar. Even as a young child, she was recognized as being exceptionally beautiful, but her youth was scarred by the death of her very old father, and she dwelled in remorse for many years. She fought with her unstable mother, whose ties with the Eldar disturbed her father and had been the source of martial strife. Anadelphel's despair over her father's death and the blame she attributed to her mother contributed to her fervent support of her uncle's small Adunic faction in the court. Like Unzel, her and his ally Prince Tindamol, i.e. the future Witch King, Andefels sought to sever Westernese close ties with the elves, blah, 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 blah. So, lots of really depth information on these tragic figures, really tragic figures if you want to go. They're very, very nasty, evil tools, no question about it. And some of these people, some of them are tragic and some of them are less tragic because they kind of get what they deserve. But at the end of the day, I don't think they really truly understood the gift they were being given by Sauron and the cost in the long run. So, if you ever wanted to have some really good reading on that subject of these characters, this is one of those places to find it. Of course, if you could find the book anymore, right? I'm sure they're out there somewhere. So, another excellent addition to your Middle-earth campaign shelf in your game collection. Or is in Middle-earth, Volume 2, The Manish Races.